Hi, welcome back to another tutorial. We'll learn how to install Ubuntu operating system, which is a Linux operating system using VirtualBox. As you can see, I'm using the latest VirtualBox version 6.1. This is the latest release, and the beauty of this version is that now we can install Windows 11 on this version. The previous versions were not supporting Windows 11. As you can see, I have installed Windows 11 on it successfully. You can check the video about it on our channel. Now, VirtualBox is a software which is used for virtualization. You can install virtually any software on your computer without disturbing the base installation on your host computer. Now, before you install any virtual operating system, make sure that you have virtualization enabled in your BIOS. You can find the settings on it on the internet. It depends what kind of BIOS you have and the kind of computer. You can enable the virtualization on that. Now, if you want to install the VirtualBox, you'll go to virtualbox.org and then you'll go to downloads and you'll select the VirtualBox from here. And it really depends what kind of operating system you're using. Download the specific file and that would install. It's an easy installation, straightforward. Then we'll go to Ubuntu and we'll go to the downloads and we'll select this latest version for Ubuntu desktop, which is available on their website. I'm using this Ubuntu version 21.10. So let's start it. First of all, you'll create a virtual machine and we'll name it as Ubuntu 21, and then you'll place it in the directory where you want to install it. I would recommend putting it in any other directory other than your C drive, because if you're putting it in the C drive, sometimes it slows down the computer and the installation is not successful. Okay, so it has detected that it's a 64-bit version of the operating system. We'll press next. And now here it's showing the total RAM that you have available on your computer. Try to be in this green area. The orange area is for the operating system. So try to allocate any available RAM on your machine as long as you are in the green area. I'm allocating 24 GB for this virtual machine. Then I'm creating the normal virtual hard disk, keeping the settings as it is. I'll select the VHD format because it's compatible with the other virtualization softwares like VMware, Workstation, etc. I'll press next. Dynamically allocated and fixed size. The difference in that is that if you have a fixed size and you'll allocate, for example, 20 GB, it would consume or block the entire 20 GB block on your hard disk. If you'll do it on dynamic, it would only consume the size on which the operating system would be installed, but it would expand maximum to the size which you'll define. So I'm keeping the dynamic as it is, and I'm setting the partition size to 25 GB, which is the base requirements for the Ubuntu operating system, and then press create. Once that's done, you can go to the settings of the virtual machine, and further if you want to modify any settings over here, you can do it. Since I have 16 CPUs on my machine, I'm giving it round about 6 CPUs for this virtual machine. Press OK, and then you can start the virtual machine. Now, in order to select the ISO file which you have downloaded, click on this icon and then click add. So as you can see, I have selected the ISO file which is of 2.9 GB. Now press start. And here we have different options. I'll go to the first option. Now we'll install it by clicking on this install button over here. You can select the language. We'll go as default and press continue. Normal installation, download updates. I'll uncheck it for the time being. We'll check it later. Now it's asking that if you have any other data on your machine and you want to delete it, we'll go with the default settings and click install now. Select the region you're in and then continue. Give it a name, for example, test user, and give it a password. And continue. Now it's copying the files. Now the installation is complete and it's asking to restart, so press restart. As you can see, our Ubuntu operating system has been restarted, and now we'll provide the same password that we provided at the time of installation. And this is our initial look for the operating system. Now you can use different accounts in order to log on. First, let's skip it and show the report, and we are ready to go. So that's our hippo look of the new operating system. And just like in every virtual machine, we'll insert the guest tools first and click run. Provide the password. Now it's installing the additional modules which are required for a virtual machine. Now since we have recently installed the guest tools on it, let's restart the operating system and see the overall effect of it. For that, you'll click on this button, click on power, and then power off the machine first. Let me show you. I want to enable the USB and I want to enable the dual direction copy and paste. So I'll go to the settings of the virtual machine. Then I'll go to advanced and enable the bidirectional clipboard and drag and drop. Further, we'll have to enable the USB. If you have any USB connected, you can simply click on it and add the USB, and whatever USB is connected, you can simply connect it by selecting the option up here. If it's not working, you can go to File and go to Preferences and go to Extensions and install the extension pack of VirtualBox. You can find it on their website. If you'll go to the Windows host, you'll find it over here, the virtual machine extension pack. You can download it and install it on your virtual machine. So once that's done, we'll start our virtual machine. And now we'll provide the password. And in the view, I'll go to full screen and see if it works. And yes, the pack is installed. Now you can see it in the full screen mode, and you can see the applications which are installed on it very clearly. The disk utilization overall, what's the setup of it. Plus, if you want to see the version of it, you'll go to the settings and then on about, you can see the type and the build of it. So that's about the Ubuntu latest operating system. Now you can easily create the files, copy and paste the stuff between the host computer and the virtual machine. So that's about the installation of our virtual machine today. Thank you very much.